Fans now introducing the starting lineup for your Kitchener Panthers. Leading off, center fielder number 49, Andy Leader. In the second spot, left fielder number 46, Jet Jarvis. In the third spot, first baseman number 35, Liam Wilson. In the cleanup spot, designated hitter number 34, Keegan Marsden. In the fifth spot, third baseman number 53, Nick Parsons. In the sixth spot, second baseman number 36, Blake Jacklin. In the seventh spot, shortstop number 47, Carter Arbuthnot. In the eighth spot, catcher number 21, Dan Mahoney. In the ninth spot, right fielder number 29, Dre Sloat. Starting pitcher for this evening for the Panthers, number 42, Liam Devine. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand as you're able for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome to Jack Couch Park, ladies and gentlemen. Something's gotta give tonight here. The Kitchener Panthers taking on the Brantford Red Sox. Finally catching a breath are the Kitchener Panthers after they played 7 games in 6 days. They had 3 days off to prepare for this one. But for the Panthers, they are riding a 5-game losing streak, that coming right after a 4-game winning streak. The Panthers right now sitting at 10-8 on this regular season. They are 3 games back now of the London Majors, and they got some catching up to do. And it's a start here against the Brantford Red Sox. The Panthers 4-0 against the Red Sox, and the Red Sox right now just 1 win in 7 games, and that one of the walk-off variety, 5-4 over the Toronto Maple Leafs last Friday. Since then, they lost 2 straight games to the London Majors, both Saturday and last night. The Red Sox, they got a hole to climb out of as well. They are 4 games back of sixth place. This could be a playoff preview, folks, if the Panthers can pick things up here. The Panthers, again, second in the IBL, but, of course, they got the Maple Leafs, they got the Jackfish, they got the Barrie Baycats on their heels as well, and they also got the Hamilton Cardinals. We'll say it right now as well. The Panthers, again, 10-8. The Hamilton Cardinals in 6th place, 9-10. There is not much separating the standings here in the IBL. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mark Perry. I will be taking you through tonight's contest and looking at the batting lineup for the visiting Brantford Red Sox. It will be Jesse Fishbaum leading things off, the right fielder. And we'll get right into the rest of the lineup in just a moment.
Start at the top of the first for the Red Sox, right fielder number 20, Jesse Fishbaum.
So again, it will be Jesse Fishbaum, Colton Fontaine, Gianfranco Morello, Jason Pineda, Nick Burdett, Liam Sutherland, Matt Pilarzak, Zach Lumpera, and Mike DeLuca. That is your 1 through 9 for the Brantford Red Sox, and they will face Liam Devine here for the Kitchener Panthers. And Devine winds up for the opening pitch of this contest, and it is hit right to the shortstop. And just like that, we have 1 out here in the top of the first. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
Catcher number 18, Colton Fontaine.
And Liam Devine coming into this game, he has a 1-0 record. He's making his 3rd start of the season, his 4th appearance overall. He was in the game on August 11th, a 9-6 win over these very same Red Sox. He had 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts in that game. And of course, Colton Fontaine now up for the Red Sox here. And the Red Sox as a team really have to pick things up when it comes to their offense. Of course, they are last in the IBL right now in terms of the 141 hits. They only have 3 home runs to their credit, so they're not exactly a team that'll hit for power. And they have a batting average combined of just .223. And the 2-1 pitch from Devine. The lefty, a swing and a miss, and strike 2, 2-2. And Fontaine has been doing his part. He's got hits in 4 of his last 6 contests, and 7 of his last 9 overall. So he's not doing too badly. He got an RBI in that game last night in the game, the 16-6 loss to the London Majors. 1 for 4 in that game with a strikeout. He did steal a base in that game as well. And another foul. Trying to build up the pitch count for Liam Devine after getting fish bomb on just 1 pitch. Fontaine, the starting catcher here this evening. And he'll hit that one to the third baseman, and unable to control that one as it hops right over the glove of Nick Parsons, and it gets into the outfield, and a 1-out single for Fontaine. They are going to give that an error, actually.
Center fielder number 21, Gianfranco Morello.
And this is the benefit of having the scorekeeper 5 feet away from me. He can give me the technical count to what is actually going to be counted on the scoreboard. So again, that is an error charged to is able to get to first. Clearly the scorekeeper thinking that wasn't too hot to handle for the third baseman there. As Gianfranco Morello steps into the box for the Brantford Red Sox here. And that'll be fouled off. And Morello comes into this game. He has the best batting average on this team, hence he's batting in the 3 spot. He has got a .348 batting average. It's within the top 15 in the IBL in that category. No home runs. He's got 24 hits on the season. Hitless in his last 2 games. As he'll slash that one foul. It could be in play. No, it's going to drop into the crowd here at Jack Couch. Now, even though Morello hitless in his last 2 games, he has reached base a couple times. He had 2 walks last night. And against this Kitchener Panthers team, not too bad. He was 3 for 5 in the game on August 11th with an RBI as he hits that one into right field, and he's able to get on base for a single.
Third baseman number 29, Jason Pineda.
So that short hitless streak coming to an end for Morello. And now Jason Pineda up. He's at third base tonight. technically under the lights just turning on here at Jack Couch not too long ago. Still a bit of daylight out here, so there is some sunlight to work with here. Most of that sunlight more or less in left field and somewhat into the infield here in between the shortstop and the third baseman. As Devine pitches that one outside for a ball. Pineda 1 for 4 last night. As he waits on that one, takes that one in for a strike. And Pineda just the 3 hits on the season. Of course, this is only his 5th game on the year. Made his debut this season on August 11th in that 9-6 loss to the Kitchener Panthers. He was 0 for 5 in that game as he hits that one to the fence in behind home plate. And included in that game, 0 for 5, he struck out 4 times to the Panthers. He has struck out 4 times to the Panthers. Then on August 13th, struck out 3 times to the Toronto Maple Leafs. And then London back-to-back, striking out twice on the 14th, once last night, although in those latter 3 games, he has had at least a hit. So, again, he's getting on base, but he has been striking out consistently as well, as we have a full count here to Pineda. And he'll hit that one into left center field, and it looks like Leader's going to be able to get under it as it shades more towards center, and Leader does get to it, and he pitches immediately into the infield, and a good play there by Leader to make sure the runner at second, Fontaine, isn't able to advance. So runner still at first and second.
First baseman number 25, Nick Burdett.
And Nick Burdett up, fouls that one off on the opening pitch. A long-time Brantford Red Sox, dating back to 2013. Of course, played in the IBL All-Star Game of 2015. Consistently in the lineup year after year, but there has been a bit of a drop-off the last couple of seasons. He was he had a 326 batting average in 2016. That dropped to 243 in 2018, down to 197 in 2019. As he hits that one into center, and Leader is able to get that one and snags the final out of the top of the first. So 2 men reach, but they are stranded. We are going to the bottom of the first. It will be Andy Leader, Jet Jarvis, and Liam Wilson coming up for the Panthers.
No runs.
Jacob English, the right-handed pitcher, starting things off for the Brantford Red Sox this evening. He will take on Andy Leader coming up. English 0-1 on this season. He's making his 5th start of the year, a 7.85 ERA. He's pitched 18 1/3 innings. Last saw action on the 13th. So he had about 6 days of rest. He had 6 innings in that game against the Maple Leafs. A 5-4 victory. Of course, that was that walk-off victory last Friday. 2 hits, 1 run, 6 walks, 3 strikeouts.
Starting the bottom of the first for your Kitchener Panthers, center fielder number 49, Andy Leader.
Of course, that game 6 nights ago, a bright spot for the Brantford Red Sox. That was Morello hitting that single to score Lumpera for that winning run. The Red Sox beating the Maple Leafs 5-4 in that game. A couple of quick pitches come in. The count is 1-1 to Andy Leader. 24-year-old swings on that one and misses. Strike 2. Kitchener native, a Canisius alum, also a veteran on this team. And one thing that's not known about Leader is he's also another player as he hits that one into center field and gets on with a single. The one thing about Leader that not a lot of people pick up on is that he has pitched in this league before.
Jet Jarvis.
You know, he pitched in the playoffs. Wasn't exactly his best outing. That was back in 2017. He also had a 1-0 record on the mound in 2017. Which is, again, pretty interesting. But, again, he is more known for his defense out in center field. One of the best in this league. Patrolling that area of the field is Jet Jarvis. Comes up now, tied for first in the IBL with 18 walks. Yes, I sound like a broken record as we've been following that stat throughout the season. But again, that just goes to show his consistency, just able to get on base. And again, he is ahead in the count, 2-0. Takes that one in for a strike. And he'll hit that one to the shortstop, and that is going to get into the 6-4-3. No! That pitch went too far away from the bag at first, and Jarvis like that, will get on with a fielder's choice, and then an error moves him on to second base.
First baseman number 35, Liam Wilson.
So again, the on-base percentage going up. So again, his on-base percentage at .439, and coming up, Liam Wilson. At the plate, 1 out, 1 man on, and Wilson will take that one in for a strike. Wilson chasing the Triple Crown this year. But again, he's another player that's got some work to do. He did miss a couple of games. And then has not necessarily seen a drop-off as of late, but he has, again, consistently been hitting the ball as he is riding a 14-game hit streak, and he is able to get down the first base line, but not in time. 2 out as Wilson is thrown out.
Designated hitter number 34, Keegan Marsden.
And Marsden, first pitch, gets a diving play at first with the opening pitch, hits that one, and gets himself on base. And that is going to score a run as Jarvis crosses the plate. 1-0 Panthers.
Number 53, Nick Parsons.
And I'm just going to check in with the scorekeeper here. You're going to give him a single on that one. Yes, he is going to get a single as an extraordinary gets the credit for the hit with the single. And now Nick Parsons, who's patrolling third base here tonight. And that's pretty telling, too. Again, this is a player that usually sees time behind the plate. There's a lot of players on this Panthers team have been utilized in multiple roles. Riley Davenport, who's not here tonight, usually the starter behind the plate for the Panthers. You know, he's seen time in the infield. He saw time in left field last weekend. So again, this is a Panthers team that is running things by committee, if you will. A couple of catchers in the infield tonight. Of course, Lucas DeLuca no longer with the team as Parsons strikes out to end the bottom of the first. DeLuca going back to school, so again, the Panthers will have to continue on without DeLuca, who again was one of those players was able to get on base consistently as well. So again, we are going to the top of the second. It will be coming up Sutherland, Pilarzak, and Lumpera for the Brantford Red Sox. 1-0 Panthers. And we are back here on Kitchener Panthers Baseball here on YouTube. I'm Mark Perry, your host with the most this evening. It is 1-0 Kitchener over the Brantford Red Sox. Top two, it is up to the plate now. Liam Sutherland, the designated hitter, as he takes that one in just outside, a little bit high for a ball. Sutherland waits for the 1-0 pitch. Takes that one as that one catches a part of the plate just inside. That's going to be a strike, so 1-1 the count. 6'3", 210 pounds is Liam Sutherland from Stony Creek, a .220 batting average. As he cranks that one to left field, and that one is a no-doubter. Over the fence it goes, and the Red Sox get on the board. A home run from Liam Sutherland. His second home run of the year, the Red Sox's fourth home run of the season overall as a team. So again, we talked about it where this team, again, not known for their power to go deep. They, in fact, go deep. So again, Sutherland, his second home run of the year. He's got 50% of the Red Sox's home runs on the season. And now Matt Pilarzak, the second baseman up for the Red Sox, trying to continue things here. Count's already 2-0. Pilarzak, a player that came over from the Guelph Royals organization as part of that draft, as again players from the Royals were distributed to different teams in the IBL. But again, keep in mind, these players do return to the Royals when Guelph returns to the IBL in 2022. And so far this season for the Red Sox, Pilarzak, with a 130 batting average, he struck out 11 times, walked only once this season, 7 hits, a couple of doubles. He's got 4 RBI. Doesn't have a hit since July 30th as he strikes out there. Zach Lumpera comes up to the plate for his first time. Oh, my apologies. It's Lumpera who takes that one outside. A 167 batting average. 8 hits. Hitless in his last 2, but he had a streak of 4 straight games there where he did have at least the 1 hit, including going 3 for 4 against the Maple Leafs in a 12-4 loss back on August 8th. That pitch comes in, and he's now 3-0. Now coming up after him, it will be Mike DeLuca, the number 9 hitter. As that pitch comes in for a strike, 3-1. Pitch comes in. That's going to be a ball just outside, and Lumpera walks. His 7th walk of the season. And just the first walk issued by Devine tonight. Of course, we have 2 games in the IBL this evening. We'll check in on that game in Welland in just a bit. The Welland Jackfish taking on the Hamilton Cardinals, and there's a pitch right to second base, and unable to get a glove to that one was the second baseman, Blake Jacklin, playing out there tonight as Lumpera. No, it looks like it. Are they going to call him back? The umpires are taking a look at this. They're talking to the third base coach here. And it seems like they're calling batter interference. A rare play in baseball, a batter interference call. And it's not to say that just because it's a rare play means it's a wrong play. Asked the Blue Jays that from the 2015 ALDS from that infamous 7th inning. And that pitch from Russell Martin hitting the bat of Shin-Soo Choo. That started off a whole lot of shenanigans.
Back to the top of the order, right fielder number 20, Jesse Fishball.
So they're actually going to... DeLuca is out off of that play. Lumpera remains at first, and Jesse Fishbaum comes up to the plate. So again, batter's interference, the call. And Fishbaum takes that one in for a ball. It's 1-0. Takes that one in for another ball. It's 2-0. Divine Wines takes a look at first, and that is going to be fouled off by Fishbaum. Got a good crowd here at Jack Couch this evening, a good Thursday night affair. Of course, if you couldn't be here at Jack Couch Park, glad to have you on here on YouTube. Of course, we stream these games when we're not having technical difficulties, and that pitch goes down low, and Lumpera is able to take second without a throw. So the count now 3-1 to Fishbaum. Lumpera on second. Scores 1-1. Top of the second, 2 outs, and the 3-1 pitch. That's going to be hit to center field, and Fishbaum, it's not going to go far enough as Leader is able to catch that one to end the inning. So Sutherland, with his second home run of the season, the Brantford Red Sox tie things up. It's 1-1 going to the bottom of the second. 16 pitches in his opening inning of play was Jake English, as he will now face the the 6, 7, 8 part of the lineup. Blake Jacklin, the lefty, will start things off here. 1-1, bottom 2. And that one comes up high and counts 1-0. And the Panthers and the Red Sox not doing so hot in the last couple of weeks. Of course, the Panthers again riding that 5-game losing streak. Brantford 1 win in their last 7. Kitchener has a stranglehold on this season series, and this is the season series finale between these two teams, their 5th and final matchup. We could see more of these two teams later on, as again, if the playoffs were to start today, it would be Brantford versus Kitchener, as again, the first place finisher does get that bye into the second round, as that's fouled off by Jacklin. Counts 2-2. Again, Kitchener, second place. Brantford in the basement of the IBL in 7th spot. But again, things can change. Kitchener, looked like they were doing very well. Looked like they were going back and forth with the London Majors, battling to see who was going to finish first and second. But now, Kitchener, they got some watching to do in behind them, as that one is hit down the line, down the right field line. It goes all the way to the fence in foul territory. Jacklin rounding second. He's going to get to third, and he's going to get there standing up for a triple.
Shortstop number 47, Carter Arbuthnot.
As he joins Jocko from the London Majors as the only 2 hitters in the IBL with 2 triples on the season. A logjam of players with just the 1 on the season, including Jacklin, but make that number 2 on the season for him, as that one is going to be hit down to the shortstop, and Arbuthnot thrown out, but not without Jacklin crossing the plate. It is 2-1 Kitchener. As Dan Mahoney, the catcher, comes on. Nope, no music for him to come up to the plate with. I'm assuming he's still trying to figure out his music tastes and what he wants to come up to the plate with. It's one of those instances where we just, after a while, we're just going to pick a song up here. If he likes it, he likes it. If he doesn't, it's just the way it is. As Mahoney, the count 2-2, 1 out. And Mahoney swings on that one and misses, and that's going to be strikeout number 2 for English.
Right fielder number 29, Gray Sloat.
As Dre Sloat steps in, swings on that one and misses, and an opening pitch strike. Sloat out in right field tonight. Kitchener native, played with the Laurier Golden Hawks. but struggling at the plate. Yet to get a hit this season. This is his 9th game of the year. But to be fair, a lot of those games he has been kind of coming in later on in the contest. Just 3 of those 8 games, he has been at the plate more than once. And swings on that one and misses, and that's going to be a strikeout for Sloat. And that'll do it for the bottom of the second. We're heading to the top of the third, and the Panthers get on the board again. It is a 2-1 score in favor of the home side. We will be back. Top of the third coming up here. Fontaine coming up for the Red Sox.
Top of the third for the Red Sox. Catcher number 18, Fulton Fontaine.
As Liam Devine, 41 pitches into this one. And Fontaine looks at that one. It goes in and out of the glove of Mahoney. And that'll be ball 1. Fontaine reached on an error his first time up. Got to second, but he was stranded. And the pitch comes in. Fontaine fouls that one off. Fontaine listed as an infielder on the website here from Stratford. Played at Cleary University. Takes that one inside, 3-1. Played for the Stratford Indians back in the summer of 2015. The Indians, part of the Junior Intercounty Baseball League. And Fontaine able to get on with a walk.
Center fielder number 21, Gianfranco Morello.
Gianfranco Morello, 1 for 1 here tonight as the sun sort of starting to set. It's a little humid out here tonight as well. The humidity has been creeping back up into the region in the last day or so. Don't know how much of an impact that's going to have on the players on the field. As that one is driven into left field, and the it goes in and out of the glove of the left fielder, and that'll be pitched into the infield. And Morello gets on with a double. Opportunity there for the left fielder, Jet Jarvis. He dove for it. He had a glove on it, but it went in and out. And that could have been an excellent opportunity for a spectacular play. Give him 10 points for the dive, but you can't give him much on the finish there. So Morello on second. Fontaine on third, and that's what was missed here in this one as well, as after the ball was dropped, Andy Leader was there once again, picked up the ball, pitched it into the infield, and prevented Fontaine from reaching home to tie this game. Fontaine is on third base, and now Morello is on second. Pineda up to the plate now. Jason Pineda flying out to center field, his first time up, and he will hit that one foul to right. And right now it's some sunshine, a bit of cloud. Not too much cloud here at Jack Couch. 24 degrees. The Humidex sitting at around 27 right now. And the 0-2 pitch, that one another foul into the parking lot here at Jack Couch, which is a little bit more fuller than what we've seen in the last few games. Again, more people taking in the ball game here on this Thursday night. Playing with fire, though, parking in the parking lot next to the park here. A lot of foul balls go into that parking lot. I haven't seen any hit any cars as of yet, as that pitch comes inside. 1-2 to the batter, Pineda. So again, Pineda, the third baseman. His first year with the Red Sox. Also pitched an inning in that 5-4 win over Toronto. Faced the minimum in that inning. Didn't strike anybody out, but he got 3 batters out as he strikes out for the opening out of the top of the third.
First baseman number 25, Nick Burdett.
Nick Burdett also flew out to center in his first appearance at the plate. He's got runners at second and third. The Panthers lead it 2-1 here in the top of the third. Swing and a miss, Burdett. 0-1. The big lefty, 6'4", 235 pounds. Takes the 0-1 pitch, fouls that one off, almost into the bare hand of the first base coach there, trying to catch that one. Just the one out here. 0-2. Burdett hits that one to second base. He is thrown out at first, but not without Fontaine crossing the plate. We have a tie game once again here in Kitchener. So count that as a sacrifice hit to Burdett. And now Liam Sutherland steps up. He hit that home run to left his first time up. That just coming in the last inning. From Stony Creek. And he will foul that one off. The Red Sox have quite the schedule coming up. They get Barrie tomorrow night at home. August 20th, of course, is tomorrow. It's an 8 o'clock start. And that one goes off of the catcher. He's able to trap that one and make it a 1-2 count. And again, tomorrow's game, Barrie and Brantford at Arnold Anderson Stadium. That game won't be available online. That one will be the Rogers TV IBL game of the week, so you will catch that one on Rogers TV in both Barrie and Brantford, as Sutherland hits that one high and deep, and he hits that one over the fence. A 2-run shot, and Sutherland has 2 home runs this evening. Deep to right center field, and it is 4-2 Brantford, as they are bringing the heat here tonight. And not a good starter for Liam Devine, having nightmares about Sutherland all of a sudden here. A 2-out, 2-run shot. Matt Pilarzak fouls off the opening pitch. Takes that one down low, counts 1-1. So again, Sutherland, 3 home runs on the season, including 2 here tonight. The other home run was the only hit he had on a 1-for-4 day in a 7-3 victory back on July 29th against the Welland Jackfish. That one was in Welland. So yet to hit a home run in Brantford this season. Of course, Brantford with a big park, so not exactly the easiest park to hit home runs in. By comparison to Jack Couch Park here, a very hitter-friendly ballpark. As Pilarzak has the count full with 2 out. Devine deals, and that one goes down low, and Pilarzak walks. And we talk about the urgency of the Kitchener Panthers here tonight. Again, a 5-game losing streak. They play here tonight. And as Zach Lamprey comes up to the plate, keep in mind, after tonight, of course, the Panthers can't afford to keep looking ahead and keep looking ahead. They need to focus on the task at hand. But after tonight, they have 3 straight games against the London Majors, and they're already behind the 8 ball in one of those games, as tomorrow night in London, it is a doubleheader. They will resume Game 1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Majors leading that game by a score of 12-3. That game was suspended back on July 24th for rain and thunder. So again, not much wiggle room for the Panthers as they try to hold on to second place in the IBL. The 0-2 to Lamprey. Swings on that one straight to the pitcher, and Devine catches that one to end the inning. Mark that one assisted, a hot shot to by Lamprey, straight to Devine, and the reflexes of the Kitchener Panthers starter there, taking hold. So again, it is 4-2 for the Brantford Red Sox. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd, and it will be the top of the order starting things off for the Panthers. Leader, Jarvis and Wilson. The march to the IBL Championship continues here in the IBL in 2021. Andy Leader coming up to the plate here.
At the bottom of the third for your Kitchener Panthers. Back to the top of the order, center fielder number 49, Andy Leader.
The Brantford Red Sox considered long shots to capture the 2021 championship, but crazier things have happened. We have seen teams in sports in the past go from the last seed, go all the way to the championship. You just have to ask the Montreal Canadiens. Of course, the bottom seed in the Stanley Cup playoffs in hockey this past year, going all the way to the Stanley Cup final. My apologies to my fellow Leaf fans for reminding you of that march to the championship final for Les Habitants. And that one comes in, and Leader had to get out of the way, a 3-1 count. And I talk all of this about championships and hardware because for Red Sox fans that are listening here tonight, you can get your eyes on some championship hardware very soon. A bronze medalist will throw out the first pitch in their game August 27th in Brantford against the Hamilton Cardinals, as that one is hit into right field, and Leader chugging towards second, and he's able to get there standing up. Didn't think about going to third, but Leader's on for a leadoff double. So bronze medalist Erica Polidori with the Canadian women's softball team. Again, she will pitch out that ceremonial first pitch on Friday, August 27th against the Hamilton Cardinals. As Jet Jarvis will come to the plate. He reached on a fielder's choice in the first. It was a double play that went wrong for the Red Sox in the first inning. And Jarvis, again, it looked like he was going to be out at first, but a misplay at first allowed him to advance to second. He later scored on the base hit by Keegan Marsden. And takes an opening pitch strike. The 0-1. Hits that one to the fence in behind home plate. And that's going to be another strike to Jarvis. 1-2. 4-2 Red Sox here in the bottom of the third. Nobody out. Runner on second. That one's taken in. Counted as a ball. Jarvis showing his patience at the plate here once again. English with his 44th pitch. And another ball. The count now full to Jarvis. And the deal and a walk. Jarvis showing off that patience once again as he's able to get on base.
First baseman number 35, Liam Wilson.
Now, we told you about Liam Wilson in the top of the first. chasing that triple crown, a .473 batting average, first in the IBL in that category. He's also got 5 home runs, tied for 4th, 23 RBI. That was good for 3rd coming into tonight. And he hits that one right to the 3rd. No, it goes underneath the glove of the 3rd baseman. And for the 15th straight game, Liam Wilson has himself a hit. No, they are going to give that one an error. So I spoke way too soon on that one.
Number 34, Keegan Marsden.
So again, an error to the 3rd baseman. Some scorekeepers would have given that a hit, but not Mike Gervais. If you make a mistake in the outfield or in the infield there, he is going to make you pay for it on the score sheets. He plays hardball, folks. Just like the men on the field here tonight. A 4-2 game. In the bottom of the 3rd. And that pitch goes down low for a ball, 1-1. And again, if you do want to read more on Wilson's chase for the Triple Crown, you can check out therecord.com, the Water of the Region record. Josh Brown doing yeoman's work, as he usually does, profiling Liam Wilson. And one of the big points in that article is another thing that I talked with manager Don Menard as Keegan Marsden goes deep to left center field, and that one goes off of the fence. Pitched right back into the infield, and that is an RBI single for Marsden. And it is 4-3 with the bases loaded. Nobody out.
Third baseman number 53, Nick Parsons.
And suddenly, these are the Kitchener Panthers of old. Just hitting for power, but just keeping the ball inside the ballpark and just getting men on base and doing the rounds as the Panthers playing some catch-up here. As now Nick Parsons is at the plate, takes that one in for a ball. And the thing I was mentioning before is that chat that I had post-game on Sunday with manager Don Menard of the Panthers was about Wilson's hot streak as of late, his 14-game hitting streak, which, again, a little bit in jeopardy right now, but of course he does have more opportunities coming up later on in this game. You know, it's not about the individual accolades, it's about winning a championship. And Menard saying bluntly that he would trade in a batting title for a championship as that pitch comes in at third base and they're going to call him out, but not before 2 men cross the plate, including Wilson, including Jarvis, and just like that, the Panthers have a 5-4 lead.
36, Blake Jacqueline.
So 1 out, a double for Parsons, give him 2 RBIs in this one as Jacqueline steps up. He had a triple his last time up. As the Panthers, again, leading this one now 5-4. The lead changes once again. And the 1-0 pitch goes down low. Counts now 2-0. And Jacqueline with that no-doubter triple. in the second inning, leading things off. It was the only hit of the second inning for the Panthers. As after that, Jacklin was able to score on an Arbuthnot sacrifice hit. It was a ground out for Arbuthnot, and then Mahoney and Sloat struck out to English to finish things off. But things looking a lot better here in the third inning. Just the one out. As Marsden was thrown out at third base. And Jacklin walks.
Shortstop number 47, Carter Arbuthnot.
Arbuthnot 0 for 1, but he's going to have to wait a little bit of extra time here as the congregation comes to the to the mound rather. English will stay in the ball game. Just a bit of a powwow to try to figure things out here, as the Panthers are red hot here in the bottom of the third inning. English up to 59 pitches. Number 60 will be number 1 to Arbuthnot here, and Arbuthnot will foul that one off. And just barely missing a couple of fans there in the top row in behind the Panthers dugout. Again, bottom 3, 5-4 Panthers, 1 out, runner at second. Arbuthnot takes that one in for a ball, 1-1. Now, for those following along on YouTube as well as Point Streak, keep in mind on Point Streak it does say that it is AJ Carosis wearing number 47 tonight. But again, keep in mind that it is Arbuthnot that is wearing 47 this evening. Traditionally, he does wear number 44. But a little bit of laundry, I guess, needed to be done. So Arbuthnot wearing Carosis number tonight. And he's able to get on base for the walk.
Catcher number 21, Dan Mahoney.
And now the bases are loaded for Dan Mahoney. Could he go balls to the wall here and get a home run? As the Panthers, again, they are dealing here in the bottom of the third. I wouldn't put it past them. Though Mahoney does have that strikeout in the second inning. And the 1-0 pitch. Outside again, Mahoney takes the count to 2-0. And again, Mahoney is one of those players that, again, that doesn't see a whole lot of time in the starting lineup. You might see him a bit more going down the stretch here in the regular season. As again, it is by committee here. You'll start to see players, going back to school. You might see some players that aren't available for certain games, including away games. Again, Riley Davenport unavailable here tonight for that very reason. And Mahoney will hit that one down the line, and he is able to get one runner in. Two runners now in, and Mahoney advances to second base sliding. And it is 7-4 Panthers as they continue things going.
Right fielder number 29, Dre Slope.
So Arbuthnot to third, Mahoney credited with the double. And it is a 5-run third inning for the Kitchener Panthers here, who now lead 7-4, and that one's fouled straight over to the dugout on the Panthers side, and a couple of players there to jump out of the way. Dre Slope keeping his teammates awake here on this Thursday night. As we can say, we are officially under the lights. The sun is all but set here in beautiful Kitchener, Ontario. It is slightly humid, but overall a beautiful night for baseball. As Sloat has the count 2-2, 1 out, runners at second and third. Takes that one outside. The count is now full to Sloat. Sloat, the number 9 hitter, will go to the top of the order with Leader on deck. And Sloat will hit that one straight to the shortstop, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. But Arbuthnot crosses the plate. It is 8-4 Kitchener.
Back to the top of the order, center fielder number 49, Andy Leader.
So just like that, Leader, who actually led off the bottom of the third with a double and then later scored, gets his second appearance at the plate this inning. And Leader takes that one in for a ball. So Mahoney's at third. And that one comes in for a strike, and Leader shook his head there just for a moment as a brief chat with the umpire, just checking in there. Didn't look really heated in any way, just kind of an information check. That one comes in for a strike. 1-2 to Leader now. The first strike coming in a little bit more inside. Second strike a little bit more outside. And that one is a strikeout to Leader. And that'll do it here for the bottom of the third. We're going top 4. It is 8-4 Kitchener over the Brantford Red Sox. And for the Red Sox, it will be DeLuca, Fishbaum, and Fontaine coming up.
north for the Red Sox. Left fielder number 39, Mike DeLuca.
Mike DeLuca out on batter's interference in the top of the second inning, his first time up. Welcome back here to Jack Couch Park, under the lights this evening. A good crowd here at Jack Couch, and happy to have you here on the YouTube stream, whether you're a Panthers fan, a Red Sox fan, or just a fan of baseball in general. And remember, you can tune in every single Panthers home game here on YouTube on the Kitchener Panthers YouTube channel. So again, the count 2-2 to DeLuca, this left fielder. And Devine deals, and that's a strikeout for Devine.
Back to the top of the order, right fielder number 20, Jesse Fishbaum.
So Devine with 3 strikeouts on the evening here, and he will now face the top of the order. It is Fishbaum, the right fielder, who is 0 for 2 so far tonight. Devine has walked 3. He's struck out 3. 4 hits, 4 runs so far, including 3 of them in the top of the third, which was followed up pretty nicely by the Kitchener Panthers with 6 runs of their own to take an 8-4 lead as Fishbaum swings on that one and misses. Counts 1-1. And again, I'm imagining we might have a little bit more of a crowd here tonight. Baseball fans, they get a night off with the Blue Jays. Traveling back into Canada, they'll face the Detroit Tigers tomorrow at Rogers Centre. Start of a weekend series there, and that one is hit straight to the second baseman, and the second out of the inning.
Catcher number 18, Colton Fontaine.
And again, for the Kitchener Panthers, do you call this one a must-win? It is a possibility. It is their 19th game of this season. Only 30 games on the year, as they'll have 11 games left after tonight. That pitch comes in. 1-0. And, of course, the 11 games after tonight, the next 3 will be against the London Majors. As that one comes in for a strike. Counts 1-1 to Colton Fontaine, who reached on an error in the first, walked in the third, and later scored. Takes that one outside. Another pitch is 2-1. And for the Panthers, it's not just the next 3 against London. They also meet the Majors on September 5th to finish off the regular season. So if the Panthers can pick things up and the London Majors fall a bit, as that one is hit to center field and out for the final out of the inning. Again, 4 games left technically against the London Majors out of your 11. That game, September 5th, could prove pivotal for the IBL regular season title. But again, we will have to see how things play out in the next couple of weeks. For now, though, we'll have to see how things play out just in this game here. And so far, so good. If you're the Kitchener Panthers, you've given up 4, but you got 8 runs on the board. It is 8-4. And we are heading to the bottom of the 4th. A new pitcher into the ball game here, Matt Mcgovern taking over for Jake English. Mcgovern making his 5th appearance of the season. He's got a 10.80 ERA. Has pitched 5 innings so far this season. 3 strikeouts, 6 walks. Of course, all in a relief role. He did see an inning of action back on August 6th against Kitchener, right here at Jack Couch. That 17-5 victory for the Panthers.
Your Kitchener Panthers, left fielder number 46, Jet Jarvis.
And he did get a little bit lit up in that game. Again, just the 1 inning pitched. He faced 8 batters, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He did walk a batter in that game as well. His last game was just last night. He saw an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, 10 batters faced against the London Majors. And he will see action for the 2nd straight night. And he will start things off here against Jet Jarvis, who bunts that one down the third base line, but that one goes foul as Jarvis was trying to catch the third baseman flat-footed on that one. So Jake English finishes things off. 3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 8 runs, 5 of them earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. He faced 19 batters. Batter number 20 at the plate here, the first for the relief pitcher. And that one is going to be fouled off. So again, Jarvis no hits so far. Reached on a fielder's choice. In the bottom of the first, he had a walk in the third, and now he's got a strikeout.
First baseman number 35, Liam Wilson.
And now Wilson searching for his first hit of the ball game. 0 for 2 so far. He has reached base once. He reached on an error. And then later scored in the 3rd inning. That one comes inside. They're going to call that one a strike. As the umpire says, that caught just a part of the plate there inside. 8-4 Panthers over the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 4th, and Wilson calls for time. And if you take in action here at Jack Couch Park, you will see various food trucks that come here throughout the regular season. That one comes in for a ball, 1-1. Tonight we got the SWAT food truck here tonight. They got a variety of food selections. And the 1-1 pitch hit down to center field. It's back, right to the fence and over. No, it's not going to go over the fence, but it does drop onto the warning track, and Wilson gets all the way to third base. And they are going to give Wilson the triple. What can't this guy do, folks? Wilson hits that one just short of a home run. But he turned on the Jets, and Wilson got himself to third. So the official call here is that you can't really tell from our vantage point here if the center fielder for the Red Sox, Morello, was able to get a glove on that one. Maybe he got lost. Maybe he lost it under the lights. It's tough to say, but nonetheless, the official count there is a triple to Wilson, and he has now extended his hit streak to 15 games as Marsden now steps up to the plate. And Marsden, throughout this 5-game losing streak, he has been also one of those consistent players. He's running a 6-game hit streak as he fouls that one off. Is it still in play? It could be. And that's going to drop just in behind into the seats here. And Marsden, again, part of that 6-game hit streak, a home run. He's got a .313 batting average. Now, Marsden mostly has seen time in that 5 or 6 spot, mostly at the 5, but now batting cleanup here tonight as the designated hitter. And the 1-1 pitch. Marsden fouls that one off. It could be still in play. It looks like it is. And the third baseman can't get to it. They're going to call that one inside, and that is going to be not an out. What are you doing if you're the Brantford Red Sox on that one? A pop fly. It looked like it was going to be foul. It dropped fair in shallow left field. And it looked like it caught the Red Sox a little flat-footed. So off of that play, Jason Pineda goes to it, pitches it over to first after a bit of a hesitation there, and the first baseman, Nick Burdett, unable to get a glove onto it. And I don't know what you would call that one. Our scorekeeper, Mike, is shaking his head on this one, wondering, what do you score that one? Do you call it an error against the third baseman? Do you call it an error to the first baseman? Do you call it a single? We will soon find out, but nonetheless, it is 8-4. And he's going to give it an error. He's going to give it an error against Pineda. Was unable to get to that ball in shallow left field. Wilson, throughout all of that, standing at third base. And he still remains at third. It is still 8-4. Runners on the corners here now for the batter, Parsons. And the 1-0 pitch. Parsons swings on that one and misses. Strike one. So again, 1 out, 8-4 Panthers. So Marsden on first. Wilson on third. And Mcgovern checks on the runner at first there. So Parsons struck out in the first, doubled, and later scored in the third. And the pitch comes in. That one just down the line and just foul. So again, Parsons, 1 for 2. Coming into this game with a .200 batting average. No hits in his last 4 games. He does have that hit to his credit now here in this one. And just as Mcgovern wound up and pitched that one to the catcher, it looked like time was called. So the count remains 1-2. 1 out. Parsons, the 4th batter here in the 4th inning. And Parsons takes that one in for a strike, and he goes off looking.
Second baseman, number 36, Blake Jacklin.
Blake Jacklin, 1 for 1 with a walk here tonight. Of course, that triple in the second. He walked and later scored in the third. He did later score in the second, so 2 of those 8 runs a result of Jacqueline crossing the plate here. That pitch comes in a little outside, but it catches the plate, strike 1. And taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, the Welland Jackfish leading Hamilton in Welland 9-1. That is in the top of the 5th inning as Hamilton scoring their opening run just moments ago. As Justin Gideon got himself a RBI single in that game. Yeah, pitch comes in down low, unable to control that one was the catcher, and it looked like Marsden was off on the pitch, but not too much off of the pitch. As Marsden advances to second. Of course, we are keeping an eye on that Hamilton-Welland game, as Brantford chasing Hamilton for 6th place in the IBL standings. Welland sniffing around at 3rd spot in the IBL. That pitch comes in for a ball, 2-2. Welland is 4 games back of London. They're just a half game back of Toronto and a full game back of the Kitchener Panthers for 2nd spot. So again, as I mentioned before, things are tight going down the stretch here overall in the IBL standings as Mcgovern pitches that one outside, 3-2. Runners will be off on the pitch here. A full count, 2 out. Jacqueline, the second baseman, 8-4 Panthers, bottom 4. And Mcgovern with the pitch. Swung on and miss, and that's going to do it here for the bottom of the 4th as Jacqueline strikes out. So no runs in for the Panthers here in the 4th, but they still lead at 8-4. We're heading to the top of the 5th, and it will be for the Red Sox when we come back. Gianfranco Morella, Jason Pineda, and Nick Burdetts. We'll be right back. You're watching Kitchener Panthers baseball here on YouTube. Gianfranco Morello starting things off here in the top of the 5th. You're watching Kitchener Panthers baseball here on YouTube. I'm Mark Perry, your host for tonight's contest this Thursday night under the lights at Jack Couch Park in Kitchener. The Panthers leading it 8-4. And an opening pitch ball to Morello, who's 2 for 2 here tonight. And he'll hit that one foul. Morello hitting a single in the first. He hit a double in the third and then later scored. Liam Devine still in the game here. And the 89th pitch of this game goes in for a strike, 1-2. And another pitch comes in, a foul ball. Pitch count now up to 85 to Devine here tonight. Of course, I'd imagine they got a few extra arms here tonight as opposed to what they had to work with in their previous games. Of course, that stretch of 7 games in 6 days, including that double header. And there's a strikeout to Morello. But going into those 3 games against London, how will Don Menard play the bullpen? And how long will he keep Devine in this game is the question, as that one is hit foul. And again, for Devine, the Guelph native, the longest he has gone is that one is hit right into dead center field, and Leader is there for the catch.
First baseman number 25, Nick Burdett.
As this is already the deepest Devine has gone into a game this season. He, again, his 4th game of the year, his 3rd start, pitched 3 innings in an 18-7 win over Welland back on July 18th. 4 innings each in Toronto, in Brantford earlier this month. And he's already 4 2/3 innings into this one, as that one is hit into left field. And Burdett has his first hit of the ball game.
Designated hitter number 32, Liam Sutherland.
And now Sutherland up, and you can see the catcher, Dan Mahoney, going straight out to Devine to discuss this one. Remember, Sutherland has been doing some damage. He's already got 2 home runs in this game, and both of them were no-doubters over the fence. So just a couple of extra seconds there taken by Mahoney and Devine to try and figure out how they're going to attack Sutherland this time. And Sutherland, a home run hack on that one, and misses for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch coming here. Takes that one inside, 1-1. 2 outs, 8-4 Panthers here in the top of the 5th inning. And Sutherland looks at that one. That one goes up high. 2-1 to Sutherland. As Burdett remains on first, not really taking much of a lead there. Don't really think he's much of a stolen base threat, as counts now 3-1 as that pitch goes outside. Yeah, looking at Burdett, just pretty much staying on first for the most part. does take a bit of a lead here, but not too much of a lead. That one goes in for a strike. The count is now full 3-2. Burdett will be off on the pitch here. And Devine now up to 97 pitches, going for 98 here. And he deals. Hits that one. Great, a blooper to the third baseman. Gets it over to first, and that's going to do it for the top of the fifth. So one runner reaches. That is Burdett. But it is the strikeout, the fly out, and the ground out. And we are going to the bottom of the fifth. 8-4 for the Kitchener Panthers over the Brantford Red Sox. You're watching Kitchener Panthers baseball here on YouTube. So Matt Mcgovern remains in the game. He'll face the bottom of the order here in the bottom of the fifth. The Panthers leading it 8-4. Much of the runs scored coming in the third inning. 3 for Brantford, 6 for Kitchener in that inning. But nothing across since then. So Arbuthnot sporting number 47 here this evening. Grounded out in the second, walked and later scored in the third. And the opening pitch comes in for a ball. So the Red Sox trailing 8-4. The Red Sox have 5 hits. The Kitchener Panthers have 8. But it is errors taking its toll on the Red Sox. They got 3 to their count so far. Kitchener does have the 1 error as well, as that one goes through the 5-hole of Colton Fontaine. A nutmeg in soccer. As that pitch comes in for a strike. It's teaching you all the sports terminology, baseball or otherwise. And that's a base hit for Arbuthnot. No, it is not. As he flies that one out to center field. Telling you folks, we got some jokesters up here in the booth. Makes for a fun time here at the ballpark. As Mahoney will step up to the plate here. Takes that one in for a first pitch strike. Mahoney striking out in the second inning. And then in the third, a 2 RBI double as part of that 6-run third. And the 1-1 pitch coming in here from Mcgovern. Swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Again, the Panthers 4-0 against the Red Sox this season. They won 8-4 on July 20th, 15-7 July 30th, 17-5 August 6th, 9-6 back on August 11th. And now a gathering at the mound, including the umpire. Again, the Panthers looking for the season sweep. And while we got some time for you, we do have an update from Welland. The Jackfish have taken a 10-1 lead. As the 1 run coming in to score for the Cardinals back in the 5th. Followed up in the bottom of the 5th with Dane Tofflin hitting an RBI single, as Tofflin continues to have quite the season here. Among the league leaders in batting average, as Mahoney has his batting average go down a bit there on the strikeout.
Right fielder number 29, Dre Sloat.
Now Dre Sloat is up 0 for 2 here so far tonight. He struck out and grounded out. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, catches the plate. That is strike 1. Again, coming up on Sunday, it will be the London Majors visiting Jack Couch Park. That'll be our next broadcast here on YouTube. Before that, though, it is a doubleheader in London for the Panthers tomorrow night. That game will start at 6:30, a rare weekday doubleheader here in the IBL. Though the Panthers will have a doubleheader against the Campbellton Cardinals here at Jack Couch Park Thursday, September 2nd. Game 1 scheduled to start at 6 o'clock. If it's anything like the weather we're seeing here tonight in Kitchener, it could be a beautiful night for a ball game there, and right before the Labor Day long weekend. That pitch comes in, strike 3, and Sloat watches that one go by. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 5th. We're heading to the top of the 6th. 8-4 Panthers. Matt Pilarzak starting off things here for the Red Sox in the top of the 6th inning, as the Panthers will take on the bottom of the order here, and Devine still in this contest, as it looks like the Panthers are going to be stretching him out a little bit. Save some time on the bullpen, as that one a bit of an ouchie, as Pilarzak advances to first base.
Shortstop number 28, Zach Lamprea.
So give the single to Pilarzak. As a hot shot goes off of the shin there. Looks like everybody's okay. That pitch comes in for a strike. So it looked like the umpire may have expanded his strike zone on that last pitch. Now the pitch comes in way inside. That one is a definite ball. As the count's now 2-1 to Lumpera. And that pitch comes in for a strike. 2-2. And pitch 105 coming in from Devine. He fouls that one off. Eight to 4 Panthers. Devine deals. That one a blooper into third base, and unable to handle that one was the third baseman, as Nick Parsons unable to glove that one, and I'm assuming you're going to call that one an error. Yes, indeed, I'm getting the nod. So an error to the third baseman as Lumpera advances to first. So the bottom of the order, the first two batters get on base, runners at first and second, and DeLuca bunts that one straight to the pitcher, and that is going to go straight into the glove and the opening out of the inning. But a good play by Mike DeLuca, an opening pitch bunt straight to the pitcher.
Back to the top of the order, right fielder number 20, Jesse Fishbaum.
And just enough mustard to get it away from the catcher, but just enough to force Devine to have to turn around to get that one to first base for the opening out. So it is Pilarzak at third, Lumpera at second, and Jesse Fishbaum steps up. 0 for 3 so far tonight. And he bunts that one down the first base line, and that one tagged by Wilson, and he takes down Fishbaum with that as well. And it looked like after all of that, it was going to go foul, but Wilson played it. And they are gonna count it as a foul ball. So after all of that commotion, Fishbaum coming back up to the plate. As Fishbaum took his licks on that one at first base. Wilson, the big man there, applying the tag, and forced Fishbomb to the ground with it. Wasn't overly aggressive, just making the tag. But I think Fishbomb, as he was trying to stutter step around Wilson to try and get to the bag, perhaps lost his footing on that one. But nonetheless, the 0-1 pitch is fouled into the parking lot. And keep in mind, after DeLuca with his bunt, Pilarzak at third, Lumpera at second. Counts 0-2 to Fishbomb, and Devine deals. Swing on and miss, and that's a strikeout. And we have 2 out here in the top of the 6th. So Devine having himself a heck of a game here. 5 strikeouts. Has given up 6 hits, 4 runs. He's only walked 3 here so far. And he has an 8-4 lead. And that pitch comes in, and the home plate umpire checking down at the first base line, to the first base umpire, and the umpire gives him the reassurance that is indeed a strike. So Fontaine behind in the count here, 0-1. Fontaine. Looks like time was called here. Fontaine 0-2. He flew out in the 4th, walked in the 3rd, and later scored. Reached on an error in the 1st. Let's see what he can do here. Swing on and miss, strike 2. Fontaine, the Stratford native, coming into this game with a healthy .299 batting average. 20 hits on the season. Has hits now in 4 of his last 5 games. And he hits that one down the right field line. No, it's going to go all the way foul end into the parking lot. Fontaine was 2 for 3 on August 6th in that 17-5 loss to Kitchener. Pair of hits, pair of walks. And Devine still on the mound, hit, and that one is hit straight to the shortstop, and that is 6 complete for Liam Devine. It is 8-4 Panthers. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. And it will be for the Panthers, the top of the order. Coming up next, you're watching Kitchener Panthers baseball here on YouTube. bottom of the sixth we go on this Thursday night at Jack Couch Park. You're watching Kitchener Panthers baseball here on YouTube. I'm Mark Perry. 8-4 Panthers looking to snap a 5-game losing skid and looking to sweep the season series against the Brantford Red Sox. It is game number 19 for the Panthers.
Toward the bottom of the sixth for your Kitchener Panthers. Back to the top of the order, center fielder number 49, Andy Leader.
And Leader 2 for 3 with a strikeout here tonight. Was last up as part of that big third inning. That one comes in for a ball. As Matt Mcgovern remains in the game here for the Red Sox. And Leader bunts that one down the third base line, and he's going to get on with a bunt single. And that one's thrown away. It goes into foul territory in right. Leader rounding second. He gets to third standing up. Another fielding error for the Red Sox, costing them.
Number 46, Jet Jarvis.
So count that one as a single to Leader, and then an E1. Amazing what can happen when you just drop down a bunt every now and then. The Panthers, 90 feet away, is Andy Leader from making this a 9-4 contest. A leadoff bunt single. And he gets to third. Jet Jarvis up to the plate now. And very quickly, he's up in the count 2-0. Jarvis 0 for 2. Takes the pitch from Mcgovern. Comes in. And now the count's 3-0. Jarvis with another walk to his credit, leading the IBL with 19 so far. And he'll hit that one. And it hits the fencing in behind home. And the thing about Jarvis, again, he gets on the base path pretty consistently. He's walked in 3 of his last 4 games. And there was that stretch there of 6 games at the end of July, early August, where he was getting on with walks. And he gets on with a walk here once again. Make it 2 on the evening.
First baseman number 35, Liam Wilson.
So Liam Wilson, fresh off his first triple of the season. And we'll see what he can do here against Mcgovern. He is 1 for 3 with that triple. Takes that one inside. 1-0. And he hits that one deep to left field, and no doubter, over the fence we go. A 3-run shot for Liam Wilson. Wow. 11-4 Panthers, and my goodness, the power behind that one on Liam Wilson.
Hitter number 34, Keegan Marsden.
That one, I don't even think any of the outfielders or infielders even moved on that one, as that one went over the left center field fence. And Wilson with his 6th home run of the season. And I wish we had StatCast on that one to see how far that one went. And the Panthers blowing it open here in the 6th, if it wasn't blown open already. Marsden hits that one. It's going to go down the line, and it's going to drop foul. So again, 11-4 Panthers here in the bottom of the 6th, and Marsden will retrieve his bat and come back to the plate. Two for three so far here tonight. And the 0-2 pitch coming here. Marsden pops that one up into the infield. It looks like the third baseman's going to get under it, and he does. And Pineda snags that one up for the opening out of the inning.
Third baseman number 53, Dick Parsons.
Of course, if you do want to take this game in on YouTube, but you still want to come to Jack Couch Park at the same time, do like the folks in front of me here. Maybe sit right in front of the media booth here at Jack Couch Park. You get the commentary, you get the open air, you get the baseball right in front of you. Everybody wins. But of course, if you can't make it out here to Jack Couch Park, we do enjoy having you here on the YouTube stream, on the Kitchener Panthers YouTube channel, as we will have every game. And Parsons swings on that one, fouls it back, count 1-2. And again, the next Kitchener Panthers home game, it is on Sunday afternoon, a 2 o'clock start against the London Majors. I was going to say it's going to be a battle of first and second, but who knows how the standings are going to look as Parsons gets hit on the pitch there, and he'll take first. But again, you think about the Panthers' remaining schedule. Yes, the next 3 against London, you're already behind the 8 ball in game 1 of the doubleheader, set to go tomorrow night at 6:30 over at Labatt Park, the historic Labatt Park in London. Swing and miss for Blake Jacklin, strike 1. So again, 3 games against London. You face Toronto again. You get the Baycats 2 more times. You get the Jackfish 2 more times. You get the Cardinals a couple more times as well. So a little bit of variety for the Panthers in their remaining schedule as Jacklin fouls that one off. And again, if you're the Brantford Red Sox, hosting Barrie tomorrow night, that game can be seen on Rogers TV. If you're living in the Brantford area or even in the Barrie area, I believe it's across all Rogers TV channels. It is the IBL game of the week. But again, for the Brantford Red Sox, after tonight, you get, again, Barrie tomorrow. You get Barrie again on September 2nd. you're done with the Panthers for the season. You get Toronto twice, you get London once, and that one is hit to the second baseman, and that is going to be a 4-6-3. No, it's not going to be a 4-6-3. They get the runner at second, but you can count that one as another fielding error. So again, that is a fielder's choice to Blake Jacqueline. As I was looking at my notes, and my view's sort of obstructed at first base where I'm sitting right now, so it's not to make excuses, but it is a bit of a issue at times as Arbuthnot hits the chopper. And that's going to do it here for the bottom of the sixth. So add 3 more runs for the Kitchener Panthers. A 3-run home run for Liam Wilson. And the home side is up by 7, heading in to the top of the 7th. And we're heading to the top of the 7th inning here at Jack Couch Park. It is 11-4 Panthers. A new pitcher in for the Panthers. That's Louis Grassanti, making his 5th appearance of this regular season. He's got an 8.21 ERA. He's 1-0 on the year. 7 2/3 innings pitched. 5 strikeouts, 4 walks. His last action was against Toronto in Game 1 last Saturday. And Grassanti pitched 2 2/3, 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. And the opening pitch here for him comes in for a ball. As he gives Devine a bit of a rest after a job well done here. 6 innings for Devine. He surrendered 6 runs, 6 hits, 4 runs. He walked 3, struck out 5. His longest start of the season. And that's going to be fouled away. Counts 2-2 to Gianfranco Morello, the center fielder. 2 for 3 here tonight. As he hits that one down the first baseline, it goes foul. And it's not the only change for the Kitchener Panthers here. Grassanti on the mound for Devine. Ethan Baptiste now playing out in right field for Dre Sloat. And that one is swung on and missed by Morello. And Grassanti has a strikeout.
Third baseman number 29, Jason Pineda.
And Jason Pineda, the third baseman, coming up here now. 0 for 3 here so far. He struck out once. Flown out to center. His other 2 times up. Takes that one in for a strike. And another swing, and Pineda gets a bit of wood on that one, but counts now 0-2. And again, that pitch going outside. Good play there by Mahoney to trap that one. 1-2 to Pineda. And that one goes up high. 2-2 now. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. The only other game in the IBL tonight, bottom of the 7th in Welland, the Jackfish leading Hamilton 13-2. And that one's cranked over into left field. And Pineda is on with a 1-out single.
First baseman number 25, Nick Burdett.
Nick Burdett now stepping to the plate. The left-hander fouls off the opening pitch. Grassanti 12 pitches into this inning. Deals. Gets that one in for a strike. That pitch goes down. Counts 1-2. And that one's fouled away. Counts 1-2 to Burdett, and he hits that one, and it bounces off of the shortstop and bounces all the way into the air. And Arbuthnot unable to get a handle on that one. And the runner reaches. Burdett gets on to first. And Pineda gets on to second. And you can count that one as an error. Arbuthnot credited with the error, but now he's going to get an extra look as the trainer comes to check on him. It was a bit of a hop as Arbuthnot was looking to get a glove on it to try and start the double play. But it caught him down low as he tried to get a glove on it. And you can see Arbuthnot favoring his left leg. A bit of a stinger. And it looks like he's going to stay in the game. So again, he gets credited with the error. But I think the error is the least of his worries as he tries to walk this one off. And now with 2 runners on, Liam Sutherland with 2 home runs to his credit here tonight at the dish. A curveball in, opening pitch strike. So again, Sutherland, 2 for 3. Those 2 home runs. He also grounded out in the 5th. And Sutherland with a hack, and he swings and misses. So Devine, 114 pitches. 75 of them, rather, for strikes. And Grassanti, all of a sudden, in his first inning of work here tonight, got the strikeout, but now finds himself with 2 runners on. The 1-2 pitch coming in, that's going to be called a ball, and that one very close to the strike zone. But I think the ump may have called that one, saying it might have been a bit low, underneath the knees. Checks on the runner, 2-2 pitch. Sutherland fouls that one off. Another ball that lands into the parking lot. Eleven to 4 Panthers, top of the 7th. Grassanti deals, and he fans Sutherland and gets his 2nd strikeout of the inning.
Second baseman number 19, Matt Pilarzak.
Matt Pilarzak up, 1 for 2 on the evening. He struck out in the 2nd. He also walked in the 3rd. He was stranded in the 3rd inning. And he swings on that one. Strike 1. And another pitch comes in, a ball. Now it's 1-1. Pilarzak from Oakville. Swings on that one, hits it to right center field, and it looks like Baptiste is going to get underneath it, and he gets to it rather. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So 2 strikeouts, the 1 hit. And Grassanti is able to get the fly out to finish the 7th. It is stretch time at Jack Couch Park, 11-4 Panthers. Matt Mcgovern remains in the game for the Brantford Red Sox, top of the order. Or rather, it is Dan Mahoney coming to the plate, the number 8 hitter for the Panthers.
Your Kitchener Panthers, catcher number 21, Dan Mahoney.
So we got 11-4 Panthers here in the bottom of the 7th. Mark Perry here on the Kitchener Panthers YouTube page. You can catch us here live at all Kitchener Panthers home games. You can also check out all the other YouTube pages across the IBL as Mahoney flies that one out to shallow center, and the shortstop gets out into center field, and he ends up making the catch.
Right fielder number 52, Ethan Baptiste.
And now Ethan Baptiste will get his first opportunity at the plate here tonight. He subbed in for Dre Sloat out in right field. And a couple of quick strikes to Baptiste to start things off here. Baptiste, an 0.71 average. Just the one hit to his credit. Hit that one in London on July 17th. That was the opening game of the regular season. But again, this is only his 8th game of the year. Last couple of times he has only saw the one plate appearance. Both games against the Maple Leafs last Saturday. He was 0 for 1 in each of those two games, but then again, it was not exactly the greatest of performances for the Panthers in either of those two games, and that one is fouled off into the parking lot here. Baptiste shake that one off. The 1-2 pitch hits that one straight to the shortstop. And that is out number 2.
Back to the top of the order, center fielder number 49, Andy Leader.
Andy Leader at the dish. He got things started in the 6th inning. Had a single in the 6th, but then a throwing error, or rather I believe it was a fielding error. It was a throwing error. Reached deep into foul territory and allowed Leader to get all the way to third base. And he later came in to score, part of a 3-run 6th inning. And takes that one way inside. And Leader gets the count to 3-0. And takes that one inside, and Leader gets on base with 4 straight pitches.
Left fielder number 46, Jet Jarvis.
Jet Jarvis 0 for 2, a pair of walks on the evening. He also struck out in the 4th inning. Waits on that one and takes that one in for a ball. Jarvis up to 20 walks on the season. Another pitch just outside, 2-0. And again, these are the Kitchener Panthers that we're used to seeing this regular season. Just getting the ball in play, playing small ball. They did benefit from that home run from Liam Wilson in the last inning. But otherwise, it's just been mostly small ball for these Panthers. And the 3-0 pitch comes in right down the heart of the plate. Strike one. And Jarvis will wait on Mcgovern to deal once again here. Mcgovern with the pitch. Right inside, and that's going to be a ball 4. And for the third time tonight, Jarvis walks.
First baseman number 35, Liam Wilson.
Now Wilson looking to stay hot here. A 15-game hit streak. 6 home runs on the year. He's tied with Matt Hildebrandt of the Welland Jackfish, and that one goes deep to left field, and that one is going to get right to the warning track. And Wilson had a lot of wood on that one, but just shy of the left field fence in front of the scoreboard, and that's going to do it for the 7th inning. Top 8 coming up, 11-4. Kitchener over Brantford. You're watching Kitchener Panthers baseball here on YouTube. Top 8 coming here. The Brantford Red Sox trailing the Kitchener Panthers 11-4. And Zach Lumpera will start things off here for the Red Sox.
Right at the top of the league for the Red Sox, shortstop number 28, Zach Lumpera.
And Louis Grassanti remaining in the game. Pitch goes outside, ball 1. Lumpera 0 for 2. Reached on an error his last time up. Walked in the second. Took that last pitch in for a strike. And Grassanti, another pitch, and that one's going to be fouled off. Another pitch comes in. Counts now 2-2. As that looked like a bit of a curve that Grassanti wasn't able to get full control on. That one right upstairs, and the umpire's going to say that was a little too high, so counts now full to Lumpera, and Lumpera cranks that one to center field. It's in shallow center, and a good catch. No, yes, he did make the catch. Andy Leader showing off the wheels to get to that ball. He had to travel a ways to get to that one.
Left fielder number 39, Mike DeLuca.
As it looked like Blake Jacklin was also going to try to get to that one. Leader is more or less dead center. Ran up to shallow center field. Dropped to his knees and made the catch. So 1 out. And a 1-1 count to Mike DeLuca, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Swings on that one and misses. 1-2. (11-4) Panthers. Here in the top of the 8th, DeLuca hits that one right to the first baseman, Wilson. And call that one an unassisted out to Wilson. 2 gone. Jesse Fishbaum at the dish, 0 for 4. He's grounded out twice, flown out once, struck out once. As we're just 10 after 10. Here in Kitchener. That pitch comes in for a strike, 1-1. And the name of the game, of course, is on-base percentage as well, as that one is going to be chopped to the second baseman, and that's going to do it here for the bottom of, or the top of the 8th inning, rather. As a chopper goes to the second baseman, and Jacqueline's able to get it over to Wilson to end the inning. Bottom 8 coming up here at Jack Couch Park. Kitchener Panthers leading it still 11-4.
Panthers. Designated hitter number 34, Keegan Marsden.
Bottom of the 8th we go. Panthers up by 7. And Keegan Marsden, the designated hitter, batting cleanup here tonight, starting things off here. Panthers looking to snap a 5-game losing skid. The opening pitch comes in from Mcgovern, and that's going to be hit straight to the second baseman, and a routine ground out to start things off.
Third baseman number 53, Nick Parsons.
And Nick Parsons coming up here, the third baseman. Another player that pretty much backs up Riley Davenport as the catcher, and that one comes right in. And Parsons gets hit in the back. So Parsons advances.
Second baseman number 36, Blake Jacqueline.
And so, yes, Nick Parsons hit by a pitch. That's the second time tonight he's been hit by a pitch. And allows Jacqueline to come up to the plate with a runner on first. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. And the pitcher deals. That one comes in for a strike. As Mcgovern now up to 78 pitches. 79 is fouled off. As Matt Mcgovern, after Jake English went 3 innings, English started things off, giving up 7 hits, 8 runs, 5 of them earned. 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. That one curves right in, and that is a strikeout for Mcgovern as Jacqueline goes down looking.
Shortstop number 47, Carter Arbuthnot.
So Mcgovern, the reliever, going longer than the starter. And now Arbuthnot at the dish. Fouls that one off. Arbuthnot 0 for 3. The crowd getting a little rowdy in behind the dugout for the visitors. And the 0-1 pitch comes inside. 1-1. And Arbuthnot walking and scoring as part of that 6-run third inning. And sends that one all the way down and grounds that one into center field. And Arbuthnot is on base again. His first hit of the game.
Catcher number 21, Dan Mahoney.
So Dan Mahoney, he's got a double to his credit, 2 RBIs. And Mahoney waits on that one, watches that one go by for a strike. Again, 2 outs. Arbith not on with a single right now. Mahoney has struck out twice. You've got Bapti on deck, who subbed in for Dre Sloat earlier on. And rather, there are 2 men on, and that one's going to be fouled off. You can't forget about Parsons. He's in scoring position here, as he was hit by a pitch just a couple of batters ago. And Mahoney chops that one to the second baseman. And this could do it here for the inning, and yes, it will. Mahoney grounds out to the second baseman. 2 men left on base, but the Panthers remain on top, 11-4. And we're going to the top of the 9th, and the Panthers looking to close this one out. Adam Robertson into the game for the Kitchener Panthers, looking to close things out here. He's making his 6th appearance of the season. He last saw action on August 12th against Hamilton. 3 2/3 innings. 9 hits, 8 runs, 4 of them earned. Didn't strike out anybody, didn't walk anybody either. He does have 2 starts to his credit here. Meantime, it is final in Welland. The Jackfish beating the Hamilton Cardinals 13-2. 20 hits for the Welland Jackfish in that game. Including 5 batters. Count them, 5 batters with 3 hits. So Welland having themselves a night as they look to try and climb up the standings here in the IBL. As they will move to 11-10 on the year. As they are now technically tied with the Kitchener Panthers as they move up half a game rather. And the Panthers well on their way and canceling that out. As the Jackfish and Maple Leafs are playing hopscotch with 3rd and 4th. Robertson deals and a hit flown to shallow center field, and a good catch there by Andy Leader. And Spencer Voisin coming up as he pinch hits for Gianfranco Morello. Colton Fontaine flying out to center at that last out. As it looks like the Red Sox just trying to get some at-bats for some of their bench players. Knowing that this one is pretty much out of reach. A 7-run ball game. Though weirder things have happened. You never know. As Don Menard told me in a post-game interview earlier this season, no lead is safe at Jack Couch Park. And that, a broken bat. And chopped to the second baseman, and a good pitch there, a good out. Great fielding there by Blake Jacklin to get that ball over to Liam Wilson.
Third baseman, number 29, Jason Pineda.
And now Jason Pineda, the final hope for the Red Sox here tonight. So Jason Pineda will step up here. There is a pinch hitter on deck. As Roger Keane will sub in for Nick Burdett if Pineda can get on here. And he will fly that one. Could stay in play. It's in foul territory and a catch. No, Wilson can't make the catch. As that one is a foul ball. 2-1 to the hitter. So once again, the Panthers after tonight, they will go into Labatt Park tomorrow. A doubleheader against the London Majors. London leading 12-3 in the bottom of the fourth. That's where things will start at 6:30 tomorrow night. And that pitch comes inside, 3-1. And after that double dip, the Majors will dip into Jack Couch. Their first visit here to Kitchener this season. Coming up this Sunday at 2 o'clock start. And that pitch goes outside. Ball 4, and indeed,
Pinch hitter number 14, Roger Keane.
Roger Keane will come up here. That pitch comes in for a strike. Robertson looking to close things out. Of course, no save opportunity here with the 7-run lead. And that one's hit to the shortstop, and this should do it. Pitch over to Wilson, and that is all. The 5-game losing streak is over. The Kitchener Panthers win this one 11-4. And they improve to 11-8 on the season. The Brantford Red Sox fall to 5-15. The Red Sox 20 games remaining. The Panthers 11 games left. The run to the IBL playoffs continues again tomorrow night. The Panthers are in London for a double dip. And then Brantford are home to Barrie tomorrow night for an 8 o'clock start. You can watch that one, Barrie fans, on Rogers TV. And then the Red Sox will be in Toronto Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. And that's when we'll have you back here at Jack Couch Park for a 2 o'clock start as the London Majors come to Jack Couch Park Sunday afternoon. For the boys in the booth, I'm Mark Perry saying so long from Jack Couch Park here in Kitchener. Goodbye, everybody.